Thank you. Thank you, Plug and Play. Thank you, Prudential. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Yes, my slides didn't mess up this time. KYCK stands for KYCK, Know Your Customer Kit, but we're specifically offering KYC solutions in Indonesia. Now, I love this picture. This picture is very, very telling of what's happening in Indonesia right now. There are people in Indonesia, unbanked and underbanked, just simply because of the 877 mountains, 17,000 islands that Indonesia have. Banks like BRI, they send out boats with ATMs twice every week just so that people can do their simple bank transactions. This is why Indonesians represent 5.6% of the unbanked population in the world. That is 112 million. Now, more statistics for you. Less than 5% of Indonesia is protected with an insurance policy, a life policy, or any other insurance policies. Now, if 50% of Indonesia has already owned smartphones, why are there so many unbanked people in Indonesia? Why are there so many unprotected people in Indonesia? Now, this represents the problems in Indonesia with KYC. Process inefficiency, lack of technology, limited customer outreach, slow to evade legacy policies. Now, the banks are still going through the very traditional onboarding process. Fast forward today, our friends from DBS have launched DigiBank in Indonesia. It's a digitalized onboarding process, but an agent still needs to go and face-to-face verify each and every ID. In their hands, they hold a hardware just to validate the KTP, which is the Indonesian ID. Now, imagine you can be on an island, holding your cell phone, onboarding yourself to apply for a bank account, apply for an e-wallet, apply for a credit card, and apply for insurance policy. Now, what are we? We are, take us as Lego. We are whatever you require, we provide. Imagine us as a KYC marketplace. We provide what you need, whatever you don't need, we don't want to provide. So that's video conferencing, facial referencing, document validation, we're blockchain ready. In Indonesia, we have to store identities in country. We provide that as well. We provide on-prem solutions, and most importantly, the back-end validation. Now, I'll show you the platform a little later. Traction. We're serving 3 different genres of customers. First, the financial institutions for onboarding of accounts. The alternative finance, the P2Ps, the crowdfunding. And even we're agnostic as that we also serve the ride-hailing apps. So for example, you have to onboard about 2,000 drivers. You used to send 1,000 people to onboard 2,000 drivers just because you have to verify identity. All you need is our engine. Traction number 1, we will build on the DLT, so we offer identities on the blockchain as well. In my point of view, identities on the blockchain is an eventuality, but in Indonesia, everything has to be step by step, and everyone has to go through their learning process. So we provide a video conferencing module. What's important in this slide is the KTP, that's the Indonesian ID. Now, the Singapore ID, US driver's license, Australian ID, there's only one single template. Why hasn't a traditional OCR gone to Indonesia? That's because Indonesia has 6 different templates, 3 temporary KTPs that are still valid. So a traditional OCR cannot be used in Indonesia. What have we done? We have developed a supervised machine learning engine to read off the KTP, with algorithms comparing the ID number with the fields at the bottom. These are the versions of the KTP. that is still valid. This is a picture of a platform that we provide our partners, and they use it to verify and validate the IDs that goes through. Not only we do the Katape, we do the tax card and the driver's license. These are the founders. Thank you very much. My name is Daryl. I'm very happy to answer more questions that you have.